Hi everyone, it's Ben. Welcome to another week of Watchbots Prime. When I was in college, I had an advisor who I would talk to once a semester. And, when it came time to pick your next classes, they would say yay or nay, or this is a good fit, or this is a bad fit. And my advisor always noted that I was not the most hardworking student. I admit it. And he told me, cut the shit and stop fucking around. And with that long-winded shitty intro, let's cut the shit and stop fucking around. That guy left the college in a blaze of scandal. So I don't know. Anyway, hope everyone enjoyed our Inspector Gadget episode. Thanks again to Laurie for coming on and hosting with us, playing games and such. I was thinking about Inspector Gadget after we signed off and through the week, and I was struggling to think about other shows that I really liked as a child that had such weird, horny subtexts or that were really fucked up. And I would like to hear from you, the internet. You can get at us at WatchbotsPod, hashtag postscript nightmare fuel, and we'll see what we got. MCU Rewatch is still in full effect. I've been really bad tweeting about it because I think there's really only so many streams that I need to get my neuroses out on. And I find the podcast works better than Twitter or Facebook or anything. But, I'll catch up where I can. But just quick reviews of the ones I watched this week. First was Civil War, which was a movie I liked a lot when it came out, and I think less so over time. It's really bombastic, which is, I guess, all you want out of a Marvel movie, so I shouldn't complain too much. But I don't know, character flaws and inconsistencies are always pretty glaring in this one. Like Iron Man is very big pro-government, work with the government instead of against them. And then he hires a 15-year-old. It's sort of fucking weird, but it's okay. It's not bad. Doctor Strange is a movie that I like because it's visually interesting, right? It looks different. The mirror dimension is cool. They do cool, funky shit. And it's still not terribly interesting. Benedict Cumberbatch's accent comes and goes. The romance subplot is terrible. The villain is not particularly compelling. But it's fun. I don't know. It's a movie I don't mind watching. It's sort of in the bottom middle-ish tier for me. Guardians of the Galaxy 2. So this was a movie in the theater, and Shaylin can attest to this if she were here. I am here. Oh, thanks. I didn't like it. It's true, he thought it was bad. Thank you, Shaylin. Boy, not a good bit. Anyway, but upon rewatch, I like the movie more and more. And I think in some ways I like it more than the first Guardians. The soundtrack is better. You get a lot more kind of character depth and building than you do in the first one. And you get to see lots of different interactions. Kurt Russell, also fantastic. I think one of the better Marvel villains. But it's got a lot of bloat. You could cut a half hour off that movie and it would be much better for it. And it has that sort of Star Wars prequels thing of you split the characters off into different sub-stories and the parts do not make up the whole in this case, but it's good. It's actually really good. Spider-Man Homecoming, I'm always going to be a sucker for. Spider-Man was my favorite superhero growing up, so I always liked those stories. And this is definitely sort of the best version of Spider-Man you get. It's another one of those small scale movies where, there's not the world at stake or the galaxy at stake. And Michael Keaton is obviously fantastic. That twist was good. I enjoyed it. Kids are good. It's just super fun. Really, really fun movie. I'm looking forward to Far From Home. And then finally, last night we watched Thor Ragnarok, which is so different from the first two Thor movies. And you've heard me talk about this, that the Asgard stuff sucks. And finally, they figured out that Thor is a fucking crazy space alien and should be treated as such. And they really nail it. That movie's funny. It's got action. It's got lots of color. The music is great. The casting is great. Just awesome, awesome movie. I kind of hope that Endgame isn't the end for Chris Hemsworth as Thor, because I think there's a lot more places you can take that character. Now, this will post the day that Endgame comes out. I am 3 movies short, so I'm not going to quite finish by the time Endgame releases, but I'm going to try to bang them out this weekend and put up the full ranking and hopefully see Endgame next week. I'm sure we'll talk about that on the main show. But on to this week, and I'm very excited that we're taking our first foray into live action. And what a show to do it with. Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Future. Here's what it's all about.
Power on. Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Future. Earth 2147. The legacy of the Metal Wars, when man fought machine and machines won. Biodreads, monstrous creations that hunt down human survivors and digitize them. Volcania, center of the Biodread Empire, stronghold and fortress of Lord Dread, feared ruler of this new order. But from the fires of the Metal Wars arose a new breed of warrior, born and trained to bring down Lord Dread and his Biodread Empire. They were soldiers of the future, mankind's last hope.
It's not an original idea by any means. You know, it's got a slice of Blade Runner and a slice of the Terminator and a slice of Star Trek. But just the story around it and all of kind of the stuff on top of it make this one really, really interesting. The acting's also really bad. So yes, you can watch it and have fun with it. But I loved the show as a kid. I will probably marvel at it more than it's worth, but you're going to deal with it because I host the show. It sounded really pompous. It's not what I mean. You'll love it just as much as I do. And if not, I will, I don't know, eat cyanide. That sounds better. That's a little more on brand. But as always, we want to hear from you. Email at watchbotspod.com if you want to get in the mailbag. Hit us up on Twitter at watchbotspod, Instagram watchbotspod, Jiffy watchbotspod. The episode we're watching this week is called Shattered. You can find it on YouTube. We'll put the link in the show notes as always. But we'll have fun with it. It'll be our best show ever or not. I guess that's up to you. Anyway, I'm going to cut it here. Get ready for the rest of the week. This is Ben signing off. Talk to you on Monday with Captain Power. And until we see you, cut the shit and stop fucking around. Bye.